you ever feel like the 6-week summer holiday is just a really vast expanse? You want to fit so much in, you might have to work, you might be off with your children for the whole 6 weeks, and it just feels like a really overwhelming, daunting task. You've got to juggle them having all of these amazing activities and summer experience. Like I said, you might be working, you might have to ask friends and family, you might be on a tight budget. All of these factors makes it feel really overwhelming. In this video, I'm going to show you 5-10 minutes how to set up a 6-week planner. All the decisions have been out of your hands, have been made for you. You can think about your budget as well, so you're not breaking the bank going on all of these excursions everywhere, and also find some little lucky finds locally to you that you might not have known about. So firstly, you need to grab a few things like your calendar. If you've got dates already pre-planned for holidays, if you've got work dates set in, or other commitments, make sure that you've got them to hand so that it will make this part of the project super easy and super quick. Now, in my previous video, I did talk about a master prompt, and it really then understands and knows you and your family. So if you haven't got a master prompt set up, I would recommend watching the first video about master prompts, AI knowing about you. And that way he will be able to build a really good picture for you. I said he, I don't know if he's a he, could be a she. A picture for you ready for your summer holiday planner. So I had my AI platform open and I was just using the dictate button, and some of those you can switch between dictate on your AI and also your calendar. So I was scrolling between my calendar and my AI, and I just talked through all of the things that we've got penciled in and planned in the holidays. We've got a trip to France and also my husband's on a work trip. The first thing is obviously to waffle on about all the things that you've got going on in the calendar at this moment in time, and then it will start to see some gaps. Now, rather than trying to think up all of the activities that you could do, I just said, I live in this area. Can you give me free or really low cost items that I could plan into my weeks? I also needed 2 summer holiday camp or grandparent looking after the kids' days, because I still need to do some content and some branding and things for my channel. So I do need to have some time where they are being entertained elsewhere. And then I also needed to, I wanted actually to do each fortnight 1 big ticket item. So that's 3 places that might be slightly more expensive over the course of the 6 weeks. And it might land on a weekend, it'll be a family big ticket, or it might be something else. And so I wanted to make sure that we've got those things planned in rather than just being kind of spontaneous. So the other thing I wanted to factor in is obviously meeting up with friends and family and people with children, play dates, things like that. So there is quite a lot to pack in the 6 weeks. And it does make me feel much better. I do like to have it all planned out so that I don't have to think about it on a weekly basis. And it also managed to generate a budget at the end as well. So I could see how much this was going to cost me as well for the 6 weeks. It also, I asked it to come up with some wet weather examples as well. It was asking me questions to go through, and ultimately I did want it to be a Word document that I could then download. I also know that plans will change. So I think the good thing with this is rather than having to go into the document and find your date and replan it, we had to reshuffle a few things because I got the dates of my husband's work trip wrong. So everything that it generated around that was obviously incorrect. All I had to do was open up that chat and say, can you update these dates and reshuffle things? And then I also found there were a few other holiday camps that I wanted to add in. And so I was able to do that, and it regenerated the whole timetable for me in a few, like basically seconds for me to say it and a minute or 2 for it to update it. And that's the thing. If you don't like it, you just need to tell AI, you don't like it, change it, or I don't want to do this on this day. And so that document is made. Although I've downloaded it, I'm just going to keep that document in AI. Obviously, we've still got a few weeks at the moment. We are in May. And so I still have, 6-7 weeks until the summer holidays hits. And so just before the holidays, I can go in and change it. And also during the summer holidays, I can go in and change it. And again, the great thing with AI is that you can access it on your phone, on your laptop, it's in your pocket. So if you think of something, you've got to add in, I don't know, a dentist appointment, you've got a haircut you've got to go and do, you can just open it up, dictate to AI, and it will automatically update your schedule. I mean, that's brilliant. You don't have to do any of that decision making yourself, and that mental load has been lifted. It's also come up with some really amazing trips and activities that I didn't even know existed. And so I'm really looking forward to not having to make that decision of where are we going every single day of the week. So open up AI. If you want to do it through a chat, you can, but there is a way of setting up projects. And I think for me, it means that I can find it really easily. And with your projects, you can go in, and I've got a summer holiday planner square. I just click on there and I can start a new chat. And I do have some files in there. So there was a few months ago, I did copy and paste a activities near me list. It was from a website and I've popped that in, but to be honest with you, it said it generated, I think it was 40 ideas on there and 20 of them had already been used. So he does come up with some really excellent ideas in terms of that. So I challenge you to get organised, open up a chat, ask it to start generating your 6-week holiday plan. You won't regret it. It's actually come up with some really good stuff. So if you found that really useful, do hit the subscribe button. I do have an Instagram account as well. It is AlexisAI_UK. And I also have a website, which is alexisai.co.uk. That has information about in-person workshops. I am going to start setting up some more of those and some online workshops as well. There will be some downloadable PDFs to get you started. That's mainly to do with stage 1, which is using it as a really good Google search, but also starting to work into stage 2, where it starts to know you and your personality, and it can actually help you as a daily partner. So follow along my journey. Hopefully you can learn some things along the way as well, and I can help you get AI fluent so that you don't feel overwhelmed and you don't actually know how to use the tool, because it does have some amazing things that it can do for you. So please hit the subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you in my next videos.